What's up, y'all? This is your boy Gippetto here, back in the building, knocking these videos out for you. And I know I'm about almost 2 weeks late, but I want to talk about the Club Shay Shay interview with my favorite comedian, my second favorite comedian of all time, Katt Williams. I want to talk about Shannon Sharp. I want to talk about Kevin Hart as well too. So Katt Williams, I personally deactivated my Instagram. I'm taking a little 21-day fast, and plus I'm busy working on a movie that I got hired on. So I've been busy the past couple of weeks. And what's crazy is I'm a huge Katt Williams fan. Behind Bernie Mac, Katt Williams is my favorite comedian. I had seen that there was a Katt Williams interview, and I watch all Katt Williams interviews. What's crazy as a Katt Williams fan, if you watch Katt on a daily basis, Katt always gives it up like this. So I'm not necessarily sure why this one went super viral, because Katt has been saying this shit for the longest, right? I will say, Katt broke the internet, and when I finally, I had seen some people had hit me like, man, did you see this Katt Williams interview? And once the second or third person hit me, I said, okay, let me go ahead and watch it. And I started seeing on my YouTube algorithm, I started seeing so much people reacting to the interview. So I said, okay, and I seen 2 hours and 40 something minutes. I said, damn, bruh, when I tell you I pressed play, I wanted the interview to be 4 hours long. That's how good the interview was. But like I said, as a Katt Williams fan, Katt always gives it up like this. Let me say this. I agree with almost everything Katt Williams said. Because when you are somebody who made it outside of the clique, and you made it the non-traditional way, and you didn't have to kiss no ass and do whatever the case may be, you're very fearless. That's why you got people like a Katt Williams, and others like him that could talk cash shit about these Hollywood untouchable people, because they y'all not gonna make or break me. I can say this shit about y'all. I already got my fan base, and y'all not gonna stop nothing over here, and I'm already filthy rich and wealthy. Because people don't know, Katt independently produces and shoots all his specials, so he's getting all that money back. So Katt is a multi-millionaire. So that 2 hours and 45 minutes, I was so engaged, because between Katt dropping some crazy gems and going off on people and talking that shit and not being, afraid, and he was very unapologetic about it, I was engaged. And like I said, I've heard Katt speak about stuff like that, but it was just something about this interview. I don't know if Katt was just really trying to shut mofos down, top of the year. Quick highlight. I think Shannon Sharp is cool. I think he's great at sports commentary. But the interview really showed how smart Katt Williams is, how truly of an intellect of how he is, and how Shannon Sharp was not in his league. Katt Williams did mental gymnastics around Shannon Sharp. He literally dissed Shannon Sharp to his face several times in subtle ways, and Shannon Sharp was not bright enough to catch it, right? This is one of the funniest parts of the interview, where I say Shannon Sharp, Katt Williams low-key called Shannon Sharp ugly to his face, and Shannon Sharp didn't catch it. It was about Jonathan Majors. You guys know Shannon Sharp. Let me pull up a picture of Shannon Sharp for y'all, if y'all don't know what he looks like. And I don't judge, men's looks. That ain't for me to talk about. But Shannon Sharp, let me see. Let me get a picture of Shannon. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm on Google. Okay, nah. I ain't gonna do my boy like that. This is a bad picture. Okay, I'll go on this picture. Okay, this is how Shannon Sharp looks. I am not somebody, I ain't gonna judge how the brother looks, but Shannon Sharp has a very strong face. You know, he has the big nose, the big lips, like a very strong face. Same thing like Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors got one of them strong faces, right? This is what Katt Williams said to Shannon Williams, to Shannon Sharp in his face. Hold on. Damn it, man. I just had the damn clip loaded up. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is what Katt Williams said to Shannon Sharp in his face.
Being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
My goal was
He
to
pretty
get
much
this far in Hollywood. You making good, God, away from that.
You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through, Marvel dropped him as soon as the...
Katt Williams essentially called Shannon Sharp ugly to his face.
Hey, you
Look
saw
at this,
that
y'all.
black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you, coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting awful. Guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful, they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
What do you think about this cancel culture? You see the situation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if maybe he can bounce back in a couple of years, but man, he was hot. He was hot. He was cooking.
Here we go.
You see him in Creed. He's in the Marvel movies, and then just like that.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theory, but I thought Katt Williams said any time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? It's part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking. Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You gonna know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they's gonna tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here, ugly boy. Yeah, they love fooling the people.
Again, Katt Williams and Shannon Sharp didn't even catch it. That's to show that I said Katt's intellect is on another planet. Katt Williams said big nose, big jaw, little head, and pretty much described Shannon Sharp to his face. And Shannon Sharp is like, that's to show you that Shannon Sharp don't really have, he's not an interviewer. I think he's good at sports commentary. He was just out of his league. And Katt Williams was talking that shit. Katt Williams let Steve Harvey have it. He let Cedric the Entertainer have it. He let Ricky Smiley have it. So bad to the point where Ricky Smiley was on his radio show the next day copping pleas. And it even has a clip of Ricky Smiley crying. Bruh, I'm going to get that clip for y'all. Y'all pardon me. Y'all know I don't edit or nothing like that. You know, as I get better and I have time, I'm going to have everything queued up. But it's a clip of Ricky Smiley crying when Katt Williams, you know,
this? Just a clean body wash. I value my self-care.
All these damn ads. So this is after Ricky had addressed Katt Williams.
Hey man, can I get you anything? Can I get you water or something, man?
Oh, okay.
You doing okay? All right.
Yeah.
Can I give you a minute?
Thank you.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Katt Williams had niggas crying. And I feel like it, because everybody is declaring 2024 as the year of the reckoning. Like, you know, motherfuckers not taking bad treatment anymore. They exposing all the, because as somebody who works in the entertainment industry, there's a lot of evil people in the entertainment industry. There's a lot of gatekeepers and powerful people who literally, if they can't get their way with you, they will make sure that they end you. So a lot of people are stuck with having to deal with bad behavior, being treated like shit, being paid like shit, doing stuff you don't want to do because you want to get to the next level, and pretty much you're giving guidelines on if you do this and you can't do that, and literally being punked as an adult, as a grown-ass man, as a grown-ass woman. So whenever I see somebody like Katt Williams or like somebody like Monique, they're able to just talk wholeheartedly for their heart, I'm always inspired because I'm nowhere near that level. And I still have to play the game in Hollywood because I can't, like, there's some shit I've experienced that it's not worth my time putting folks, I'm not a put of folks on blast type of person anyway, but it would hurt me more than it would help me. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta just take shit on the chin and keep it moving. But one of the things I agree with Katt Williams, I agree and I disagree with Katt Williams, is about Kevin Hart. Now, in my opinion, I have never met Katt Williams, but I have met Kevin Hart. I've met Kevin Hart. Fun fact, I was a featured extra in Ride Along 2. It's nothing to write home about. I was in like the wedding scene. So, I mean, if you see me, you see me. Don't, you don't. I didn't see the movie, but some people said they saw me in it, whatever the case may be. And I met Kevin Hart on that set. Kevin Hart was super cool brother. I didn't realize he was that short. And I didn't realize that Kevin was like, not that there's something wrong, but Kevin Hart is like a really dark, he's like super dark skinned. Like because I guess when they film him, he filmed with like a lot of light because Kevin Hart is like super dark in person. I didn't know he was as dark as he was and as short as he was. But I will say this, in my opinion, while I think the Kevin Hart and Katt Williams things, it hurts my heart because first of all, there's two successful black men and I like the both of them for different reasons. So when they're going back and forth with each other, kind of like, it's like your two favorite uncles beefing. You feel what I'm saying? As far as comedy and acting goes, in my opinion, I feel like Katt Williams is more superior. I think Katt Williams is a better comedian, and I think Katt Williams is a better actor. Kevin Hart is just a marketable, bankable person. You know what I mean? Kevin Hart is just, he's the people's champ. I agree with Katt in the sense that maybe Kevin Hart was taking all the roles that Katt turned down because for whatever reason, Katt turned them down. Because at a point in time, Around the time that was it next Friday or whatever came out, Katt Williams was the hottest thing on the planet. And this was when I was a kid. I was super young. So it was a couple times Katt Williams was that guy. No questions about it. But you kind of said it yourself, Katt. If you were turning down a whole bunch of roles because they weren't good enough, they weren't paying enough, or you had too much pushback or whatever with the producers, you cannot get mad at Hollywood saying, we're trying to work with Katt, he's turning everything down, and they take their attention from Katt Williams and they move it to Kevin Hart, and then they make Kevin the guy, and they're giving him all the roles you turn down, and they're just throwing money at him. You can't be mad because Kevin played his position. I don't think Kevin Hart is an industry plant. I know for a fact Kevin Hart was, I don't necessarily know about him grinding in the California comedy scene, but I know for a fact Kevin Hart was, for a long time, like, trying to build his fan base up, like the early days of Twitter, connecting with people, and Kevin literally utilized social media to his benefit. He gained a lot of fans. Like, he was huge on Twitter. He was one of the first people that really, like, supremely blew up. Because I had known Kevin Hart from, like, Soul Plane and all that stuff, but I never paid attention to him. So if he utilized social media to his benefit, Katt, you can't really be mad at him. You feel what I'm saying? Even though you might be the better actor, you might be the funnier comedian, Kevin just played his cards. And Kevin, like, I personally know people who have worked with Kevin Hart, and they said the man is a beast. The man, he works like no other. Like, Kevin Hart, he does movies, he does TV shows, he had a reality show, he got a YouTube channel, he does social media, he does ads, he's always going, like, the man don't stop. And even if he has to politic with the white people and this and that, like, he's doing what he has to do on the Hollywood side. Katt, you won on the more grassroots, like, you got yourself out the mud too. So, like, I don't see why Katt couldn't just, like, say, hey, you know, bruh is doing his thing. I wouldn't take some of the roles he's taking. I wouldn't do some of the things he does, but I respect it. It's just like my feeling to, like, a lot of people, black filmmakers like myself, a lot of black filmmakers hate Tyler Perry. Hate Tyler Perry. Every time I go into a black space where we're talking about film and Tyler Perry names comes up, maybe like half of the people start going in on Tyler Perry. He's whack, he's this, he's that, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm always like, look, it's like, hey, you know, you might not like homie quality of films, and you might not like him as a writer, or as a producer, as a director, or as an actor, but as a businessman, you gotta respect Tyler Perry. I haven't worked with Tyler Perry, but I've worked on Tyler Perry's, I've worked at TPS Studios before. Absolutely stunning. Tyler Perry is not only making money for the movies he produces and he makes, but Tyler Perry is making a shit ton of money from all the other movies and production companies that use his studios. I see why he's a billionaire. So even if I may not, I personally am not a fan of, like, the Madea stuff, but I respect Tyler as a businessman. So the Club Shay Shay interview was just more so like, I mean, Katt getting his shit off. And that was one of the places where I was like, Katt, I don't agree. I don't think Kevin is an industry player. I think Kevin just played the game. Kevin played the game when you was turning something down. Because that's one thing about life. Everybody is replaceable. The CEO of Google can get replaced. The president can get impeached and get replaced. Everybody is replaceable. So when you're thinking you're just so talented, you're this, you're that, somebody can replace you. And when you agree not to do something for $1 million, there's somebody that's going to take that opportunity and do it for $200,000 and run with it. So that was the only thing. Katt talked about like Illuminati stuff. He even went in on Ludacris. He went in on Wanda Smith from V103. And I will say this. Wanda 100% deserved what she got. As somebody who lives in Atlanta and who used to listen to Frank Ski in the morning, Wanda was a comedian. And she used to be talking crazy about everybody. When Wanda got a taste of her home medicine and she couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen, she then brought her husband in it. Man, there's a clip of Wanda that I was just crying when I saw it the next day before she got fired from V103. She tried to put it on Frank Ski, and it wasn't on Frank Ski. Like, Frank, I was 100% behind Frank Ski. Wanda, you started it, and you lost going back and forth with Katt. You can't roast a roaster. Katt Williams is like a genius level roaster. So if you're trying to get into an intellectual debate and sparring with somebody like that, you're going to lose. And then Wanda tried to blame it on all these people. She tried to blame it. She then compared herself to Jesus and saying that she was about to help some homeless women. So her mind wasn't on that. And she, like Beyonce and Oprah did with hate. That wasn't hate. You started with Katt Williams and he roasted your ass. And we haven't heard from Wanda since. It's like Wanda went into witness protection. I have not heard about Wanda for years. I know she still lives in Atlanta because somebody said they saw her hosting like a karaoke night or something like a while back. But Wanda deserved it. And what I wish for Katt, and like I said, I think more people like a Katt Williams who are at the top of the top and know a lot of bullshit that goes on behind the scenes. You need to expose that shit. Because I don't know what's been happening these last couple of months. People are just tired of being treated bad. And a lot of the elite people in Hollywood that have been doing people dirty need to be exposed. Because you got people like me with pure hearts that want to be in those positions to help other people. I don't want to take advantage of nobody. I just want to make content and thrive. So I was thoroughly entertained by the Katt Williams interview. I watched the interview twice. That's how good the interview was. Like, I was mesmerized by the damn interview. It was like, Katt hit that shit out the park, and I agree with almost everything that brother says. And I want Katt to continue doing more interviews because even though I watch a lot of Katt interviews, I think I don't know if Katt needs a podcast or what, but Katt really, he needs to really be in a position. And Katt had motherfuckers shook. Katt had grown-ass men in their 40s and 50s and 60s crying, getting in their feelings because Katt was talking the truth, you know? So anyway, I enjoyed the Katt Williams interview. That's why he's my favorite comedian living. Another thing too, Katt stood 10 toes down on having Bernie Mac's back. That's what I'm talking about. That's friendship. That's a real man right there. There's like, the rumor is, I wasn't there. The rumor is that Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac had got casted in the movie, and Steve Harvey was so jealous he had pretty much called up to the producers or the movie studio and pretty much said like, hey, whatever y'all are paying Bernie, I'll take half because I really want to be in the movie. And they saying that Bernie and Steve always had this beef, and like Bernie, because Steve was always hating on Bernie, and then like he was kind of jealous that Hollywood took more of a liking to Bernie as in the sense of like movies and television and all that stuff. And Steve Harvey was jealous. And even when Katt went in on at Steve Harvey's hair being a wig, when I found out that Steve Harvey had on a wig a few years ago, I was like kind of devastated because I grew up watching the Steve Harvey show. And, you know, Mr. Hightower was that guy, you feel what I'm saying? Not to say like he was like somebody I grew up looking up to, but it was just like, yo, I thought Mr. Hightower was cool. And then this is a meme going around. It says, when you older, it does look hella fake now. Now, look at this. Yeah, now that we look back, I could tell it was a wig. I could tell Steve Harvey was wearing that man unit, which is crazy. A man wig in the 90s, a man wig in general is crazy, but a man wig in the 90s is even crazier. But Katt Williams just had Bernie Mac's back, and he was like, look, you know, I don't know too much about Steve Harvey, but I will say this. If I'm being very transparent, as somebody that works in the entertainment industry, I have never met Steve Harvey. I've never worked for him. I've heard quite a few people tell me that Steve Harvey is a very mean person. I've heard that working for him is not pleasurable. And I've heard that from a couple different people. So, Katt saying that Steve was like a hater and he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes or whatever, I don't know, because like I said, I've heard from quite a few people that like Steve isn't the most pleasant person, and it's always kind of disappointing when you hear that some of these black icons are just like not the nicest people behind the scenes. But anyway, did you guys watch the interview? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. I watched the interview twice. Shit, I might go and watch it again today because it's MLK Day. Anyway, y'all, I will catch y'all in the next video. Let me know your comments below on Katt Williams, Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Wanda, and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.